Douglas B. McCormick. He was on our program about several months ago, back in April. And he has a particular interest. He is a West Point grad. Harvard, did I see Harvard in there too?
Business school after I get out of service.
Yeah, all that stuff. But what's really stuck with him is the concern of the military. And the military members, veterans. You could. I'm talking to those people. You are here to talk to those people about making sure the transition is one that benefits them, that they take full advantage. And a lot of folks don't. They get out and get away and forget that there's much to their advantage in the military.
Absolutely.
All right. If you want to know more about that, his book is called Family Inc. Actually, it's about business principles. Using ways to maximize your family's wealth, but much of what he does is directed toward the military. I want to get that right.
That's absolutely. I think the principles in the book certainly apply to all Americans, but I'm using the book as a vehicle to really shed light on the unique challenges that the veteran community faces as they pursue what I consider economic security.
Yeah, and Douglas knows what he's talking about. He's the managing partner at HCI Equity. He oversees all aspects of the firm's strategy, investments, and operations with his partners. He comes from that background of both business at Harvard and the military at West Point, and it's a great combination because you have a unique perspective on the things that our military members need and deserve. I don't expect them to know what you know. Coming out of the service. That's not what they've done. But we have to look after them, Doug. We have to say, wait a minute, are you aware of this or that? And that's part of what you're doing.
I've been pursuing my craft as an investor for 20 years now, and I often reflect, I wish I knew then what I know today. And so one of my objectives is sharing some of those hard lessons learned that I've suffered through.
I think it's so important to have that concern about the quality of life for our veterans. Do our veterans face the same or different financial challenges from those faced by civilians?
I think they're uniquely different. So first of all, let's not make light of. I think achieving financial security for all Americans is a challenge. Having said that, I think veterans face some unique challenges. The first is 85% of veterans are likely to make a mid-career transition, and that in and of itself creates risk. The second is when veterans transition, active duty requires a lot of mobility. Most active duty service members move every several years.
Right.
And so when they transition, they often don't have a well-developed professional network to help them with that transition. I think the mobility also creates underemployment among military spouses.
Right.
And so all of those things create some unique challenges as they think about effectively transitioning into civilian employment.
Yeah, and it also gives them a unique perspective on the world because they do make those transitions. They're here, they're everywhere. So they can bring to the table a completely different kind of view of what's going on in the world. Right?
Totally. So my view is not only do they have some unique challenges, they have some unique assets. And those assets are those experiences, those life skills, that perspective. I think life skills like teamwork and communication and leadership are often, hard to acquire, and I think vets generally possess those in spades.